guys, Off Grid with Michigan Prepared here. I know I went live earlier, and that's the reason why I'm making late night videos, because I've been doing some more checking around and I wanted to clarify a few things. Plus, I'm going to reiterate the video that I made earlier that has not posted yet because, well, I haven't had time to post it. Anyway, so let's start off with the whole anthrax thing happening over in Wyoming on the border of California. Apparently, there was one moose and 50 head of cattle thus far, at least that's what the reporting is, that have died from anthrax. Now, for those of you who don't know, and it was brought to light, or brought to my attention as well, that anthrax is a naturally occurring, I don't know what you want to call it, disease, I guess, amongst animals, livestock, things of that nature. However, when I reported on it, I had just gotten the news. I didn't look into it too far. I didn't know if it was airborne. I didn't know what was going on. And all of that could still possibly be likely. Nobody really knows. I mean, do you trust the media? I sure don't. So anyway, supposedly it occurs naturally. What really has me baffled, however, is that there's several reports of one moose, 50 head of cattle, and some other animals that have died of this anthrax. My question to you is, how did this just happen overnight? Like, I could foresee, one or two, but 50 plus animals overnight just dead from anthrax? It just, you know what I mean? It makes you scratch your head a little bit. So I don't want to alarm anybody, but again, my channel name up until just recently was Michigan Prepared, being prepared for anything. So, I'm hearing about this anthrax scare, and I'm like, all right, so is this intentionally done? Potentially. Who knows? Who knows if the media is being honest with us? We really don't know. But my intentions aren't to scare anybody. My intentions are just to have you ready and prepared. It's still a good idea to maybe stock up on a couple N95 masks for the members of your family. Always take one with you. Kids going to school should probably have one in their book bag. Parents, adults should probably have one in their car, a couple at home, just in case. Just in case. I mean, you never know what the hell's going to go on. I keep hearing biological warfare in the news when it comes to the wars overseas and attacks on the U.S., and you never know what's going to happen. So it's always good to be prepared. I mean, if this video coming across your phone, when it does, instead of a video from Off Grid with Michigan Prepared, what if it was an emergency alert saying, hey, there's a deadly airborne virus, seek shelter now? What would you do? You know what I mean? So it's good to have a couple masks on hand. So that's all I'm going to say about that for right now. Well, maybe I'll reiterate a little bit more, but as far as the anthrax things go, so they're trying to say that it's contained. They're looking into it. They're trying to figure it out. It's only in the animals right now. No humans have died or contracted it, or I don't know how they tell, but whatever. I'm no scientist. It's still a little sketchy to me. I mean, if you don't agree, please leave it in the comments below. I mean, we'll have a civil discussion about it. But I'd like to know your guys' point of views. I mean, is it not sketchy that just overnight, out of the blue, they're discovering dead animals everywhere? 50 plus dead animals that have all died from anthrax? Like, I know anthrax can live in the soil, and as animals travel, tramps around it, whatever the case may be, can sometimes kick it up and contract anthrax, and that's how it's supposedly naturally occurring in animals. But I mean, 50 plus in different locations. I mean, the 50 head of cattle, I think we're on a single farm, but what about the moose? Nobody's saying how close the moose was to the farm, and there's other news agencies reporting that there's other wild animals that have died from, tested positive for the anthrax also. So, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to wear that tinfoil hat too tight, Mr. Rory. I appreciate it. The shout out, by the way. But, I will agree. Yes, I am wearing that tinfoil hat. A lot of my family members think I'm batshit crazy, but, I look at things at face value. I look at things for what they are, and something here is just not adding up, in my opinion. The likelihood of 50 farm cows, I guess, if you will, contracting anthrax, okay, well, if they're all in the same enclosure, yeah, possible. But then you got moose and deer and everything else that's being reported as dead and testing positive for anthrax. So, again, how close were these other animals to this farm, this pen that these cows were in? So, I don't know. It's funky to me. In other news, guys, the Venezuelan gang, the TDA gang, that is coming across our southern borders, currently wreaking havoc in Texas. There's 4 places they've supposedly taken over now. One is in Texas, an apartment complex there. There was a sanctuary apartment complex in New York for, migrants coming over illegally. That the TDA gang is apparently attempting to take over or something of that nature. There's not a whole lot of info coming out of New York at the moment. I was just going off a couple of reports that I was reading. You still have the TDA gang in Colorado, and you still have them in Chicago. So they're spreading like the plague, guys. And basically what I said in the video that I'm currently, I guess, remaking is, it's good to have your personal protection equipment with you, your Bluetooth hole punchers, if you're allowed to have them with you. Obviously, use your head, follow the law, and, don't break the law, don't do anything stupid. But you guys need to be prepared. You need to have your bug out bags ready. If this TDA gang comes to your city, your location, do you have a bug out plan ready? Do you have bug out bags in your car? Do you have emergency food in your vehicle? Emergency water, survival tools? If you don't have them in your car, are they, can you back up to your garage if you have a garage and quick throw them in your car and get the hell out of there? Sort of thing. Or do you have them by your front door or by a closet by your front door? That's the type of things you got to ask yourself. If like an emergency alert, say for instance, came across your phone right now, could you just take 10 minutes or less, throw your stuff in your car and go? That's what I'm wondering. You don't have to tell me if you can or can't, but I'm just, it's a question. Are you guys ready? Are you guys truly getting prepared for whatever may come our way? That TDA gang's spreading. I don't know what their intentions are. I don't know where they plan to go. I don't know what they plan to do. But having a bug out bag and emergency food and water, a place to go, another shelter, a cabin in the woods, something that's not in the city would probably be smart. Last I knew, the Hells Angels motorcycle club, they were riding down to Aurora, Colorado to help assist flush those gang members out of that area. And I still haven't heard reports on that as far as how that's going, but either way, guys, they're in 4 different locations now. Some news media is going to steer you in the other direction saying, oh, no, nothing to worry about here, nothing to see. It's all just made up hype, whatever. Well, if that was the case, guys, you know, and whether you like them or hate them, and I'm not trying to get political on here, but President Trump is talking about the TDA gang. Kamala Harris is talking about the TDA gang. There was a TDA gang member, the leader, one of the higher rankings, or whatever you want to call him. He was arrested in Aurora, Colorado, along with 3 or 4 other members of the gang for pretty heinous crimes. So, I mean, if they're not here, then why is everybody talking about it? Why are they getting arrested if they're not here? So obviously there's some media that's telling the truth, and there's some media that's covering it up. My point is that you guys need to be ready for any scenario. Have your masks on you, because there has been numerous occasions where media, influential people on YouTube, whatever, on the news stations, Fox News even, they've talked about how, you know, there's the potential for some sort of biological warfare. If that's the case, you guys need to be ready. That's where the masks and everything come into play. Are they going to protect you against everything? No, but they may help unless you get the really expensive face masks off of like parcelsafety.com, P-A-R-C-I-L, parcelsafety.com, or C-A-L, sorry, parcelsafety.com. You can get their half face respirators with the CBRN filters, or you can get the full face gas mask with the CBRN filters. I have several of the full face at home, for one for each member of my family, and I have a whole box full of CBRN filters. So I am kind of guilty right now. I do not have a gas mask with me. I do not have any sort of filter with me right now at all. And as you guys can tell, well, I'm currently in the truck heading to one of my destinations in Traverse City, Michigan. Actually, my last destination in Traverse City. So just be ready, guys. You can't stop prepping. This ain't over by a long shot. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. If you're all stocked up on food, and you know the world levels out and everything goes back to normal, and there's no longer anything to worry about, you know, the threat of war is over, whatever the case may have you, well, you know what, then take that food that you guys have saved up. If you're worried that it's going to go bad, if you don't think you're ever going to use it, whatever the case have you, well, then just donate it. Donate it to a shelter, to a homeless pantry, whatever the case have you. Eat it, I don't know, do something with it. That's what I plan to do. All the food that I have saved up, I rotate out my stock all the time. Anytime I pull something out, I rotate it and I add to it. But and I got quite the stockpile. But if it comes down to it and this world balances out, a new president's elected, and everything goes back to normal and everything's hunky-dory, well, then I'll probably donate a lot of it, because I'm not going to eat all that. I probably would over a lifetime, but not before it goes bad. So, again, I'll just donate it. Anyway, guys, get stocked up, get ready. I'm going to try to look into this anthrax stuff more. I'm going to be following it. I'm going to, you know, let you guys know if it's spreading, if it's airborne, if people are getting, you know, coming down with this anthrax disease, whatever it does to you. I haven't even looked into it that far. I'm not even sure. I know there's like a 50% survival rate if you get immediate treatment help, depending on how much you've taken in. Again, I really don't know a lot about it. All I know is it's deadly and it's scary stuff, and you probably shouldn't mess with it. So an N95 mask will help. I don't know if it'll stop everything, but it'll definitely help. So again, I know I've said it like 8 billion times. Get stocked up, guys. Don't stop preparing. Don't stop prepping. And make sure you have your bug out bags and everything in order. And again, Rory, I really do appreciate the shout out on your Facebook group there. I'll let you know how many new subscribers I get. I noticed earlier I went from 96 to like 98. So I do appreciate everything, and I look forward to seeing your videos as well. With that being said, guys, and Rory, if you want to leave it in the comments below, I forget the name of your YouTube channel right offhand. Leave it in the comment section below, and I'll tag your YouTube channel in it every chance in my videos every chance that I get, and I'll send some people your way as well. So again, guys, get prepared. I love you all. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking with me for as long as you have. World's a scary place, and what's the old saying? It takes a village to raise a child, or something like that. Hell, I don't know the saying, but you guys know what I mean. Anyway, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate everything. Till next time, I love y'all. Stay safe. Keep your heads on a swivel. Michigan Prepared out.